I am Michael Desjarlais. My mother is Salish from Tsartlip. My father is Soto from, he was born in Winnipeg area. I'll call it Binscar. I've done a lot of things, a lot of education. I've always gone to school regardless of whatever job I had. I came from a strong background in marine and a strong background in safety. So those are the two things that I've really been practicing. I went to school initially for counseling and family science. I started my master's in counseling psych at UBC, but it was a 5-year master's program. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I mean, that was after your undergrad. So I left that and worked, and I was making some pretty good money doing the job I was doing, and I was miserable. So I finally left there and went recently to Coastal College, did a trades program for Bridgewatch rating program, and that's where I arrived. I've always had a strong interest in ecological restoration, pollution mitigation, being on the water, seeing something that's wrong and fixing it. Okay, I'll start with my title. It's Ecological Restoration Coordinator. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a capacity building position, which means I don't have to know everything about ecological restoration. I don't have to know everything about the marine world, the biological part of it, but I have to be able to put those pieces in place to do this role that I'm in now, and that is ecological restoration with Tsartlip First Nation. I guess for our community, what would I like to see? I would like to see something like Todd Inlet, and I'm going to mess up the pronunciation, Sneakwith. I'm sorry, I never grew up with the language, so I have a real hard time, and I will be corrected. But to look at that project 10 years from now and go, yeah, look what these people accomplished. If that's where I could come out of at the end of my role here, I would be quite happy. On weekends, I fish. I spend time on the beaches. I do a lot of stream walking. Prior to this role, I spent time out on Main Island, some of the other islands, clam digging. And over the years, and I guess because, as I get older, I've seen changes in my lifetime. So one of the things that I enjoy doing is documenting, and now I'm learning to document those changes in a more scientific way. So my time off is exactly the same as my time on. My job is supposed to be 7 hours a day, but on weekends I'm fishing, I'm walking the rivers, I'm going and picking up garbage along the beaches, or documenting large marine incidents that require stewardship or our work. Honestly, I think if I won the lottery today, I would continue doing what I'm doing. Going back to my not growing up with the language, because I grew up off reserve. My parents, because of residential school and enfranchisement and Bill C-31, no fault of my parents. My parents did their damnedest to feed us and make sure we were safe every night, provide some activities for us, and teach us in the best possible way they could. And I guess where I would like to come out of that is say, I admit upfront that I don't have the access to the language and the traditional knowledge that a lot of our people grew up with. And I guess people, if they would like to be patient with me and see that I'm making mistakes and happily correct me, that's fine.